Nothing to see here, nothing going on. It's just another quick leftovers pour. I've got some white, black, red and silver in this little cup, and it's the remnants of the 3D pour that we did for the pouring challenge this month. And because the colours are so scrumptious and I don't like to waste anything, I have put every bit of my leftover paint in this tiny cup, and I'm going to do a quick flip. So let's see what happens. Now with the swirl pour that I did and the 3D pour, the paints were all very much separate. Here in the cup, they're going to mix together a lot more, and it'll be interesting to see, will I get a lot of greys, will I get a lot of pinks, what will happen with a flip cup. So let's pour them out and see. Tap for luck. I just could do this all day. I could just throw paints in a cup and pick them up and watch what they do all day, because I just find it so fascinating. So I hope you find it as fascinating as I do. If you don't, turn off, that's no worries. There's other videos you can go and watch. Are you ready? Let's lift this up and see what we get. Oh yeah, there's a lot of grey. That's what happens when you put black, white and silver, I think, in the same cup. You're going to end up with a lot of grey. But it ain't over until we've tipped, right? You never know what you might get. Now I can see as well, what I'm getting is a lot of tiny little, ignore that big bubble there, lots of tiny little cells come through. This paint didn't have any silicone or anything like that in it. It was just actually paint and water in here. Oh yeah, let's get all that paint out because I don't like to waste anything. So it's interesting to see that it is making cells anyway. I mean, teeny little ones. Let me put my torch over it, see what happens. Whoa! Lots of white comes through. I think that's pretty common. When I've done things without silicone before, if I've used a torch, then I get lots of little white specks. Oh, see here, this is really nice. There's definitely some actual cells coming through here, and these are really nice. Oh, didn't they? They're right on the edge though. Doesn't that always frustrate you when you get the best part of the paint reaction right on the edge? Pretty sure that's going to come off, and there's some nice bits over here. Okay, so let's see what I can make of it. Yep, those have gone. Let's stretch it out and see what happens. That's good. So far so good. I'm definitely going to lose these really nice ones. That'll be a shame. It happens. Over this side. Oh, I might be able to keep it. I might be able to keep some at least. Let's see how it goes. Slowly. So I'm just using my finger, and it breaks the surface tension on the edge of the paint there and just helps it to move a little better, and I can guide it a little bit more over the side of the tile without having to tip quite as much, so that I don't lose all of that part there. Okay, so that looks good. That is really interesting actually. This is a really nice section just here. So I'm going to try and expand that. This section isn't so interesting, so I'm just going to keep pouring it off in that direction and expand out the area that I like. It always amazes me too how much we can actually make the paint stretch. And still, they're not falling apart. It's still looking good. See if I can get that corner there to fall off a little bit, because I'm not such a big fan of that. And then this could be quite interesting. So I think it goes that way up. That looks right to me in terms of the way up that it should go. Now I need to just go and wash my hands and then probably I need to put a torch over it because I can see there are lots of bubbles, and I'm a bit concerned that when I do I'll get lots of white flecks, but we need to do it anyway. We need to do it in the name of science. So I'll go and wash up and then we'll tile, then we'll torch. Okay, the torch at the ready. Let's see what happens. I really think this is going to be a bit not as nice after I've torched, but there's so many bubbles that I really got to, so let's give it a go. Whoa! Oh yeah, there we go. There are all the white specks. I kind of expected that to happen, even though I didn't want it. And so it has lost some of the definition of the nice shapes and things, because all of these lovely red cells have now got lots of white measles on them. But in any event, paint was not wasted. It will definitely be used, and I'll put this tile in my stash for future use, gifting, or practice for some other products and things in the future. Thanks very much for watching, as I've just poured around with a little bit of leftover paints today. See you again soon.